What's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and check it out. The season pass for LEGO DC Supervillains is complete, and with it we have one of the most impressive character rosters we have ever seen. As you can see, lots of different packs. We have the TV Heroes pack, the TV Villains pack, Justice League Dark, Aquaman Pack 1, Aquaman Pack 2, Young Justice, Shazam Pack 1, Shazam Pack 2, and Batman the Animated Series, plus the free bonus DLC of LEGO Movie 2. And I've been thinking about doing this, and it is my top 10 favorite characters from the season pass. To start off, we have a bit of a honorable mention. I've got Mary Marvel and Freddie Freeman here, and they represent basically all of the Marvel family, or the Shazam family. You know, Eugene, Pedro, Darla, and of course over here we have Billy. All of these characters are very similar in nature, so it's hard for me to pick just one instead of having all of them, because they're basically similar. If I had to put one on the list over the others, it would be Mary Marvel. I do think she's pretty cool, but I decided to make them my honorable mentions because the whole pack, both packs are great, and I love having the whole Marvel family here. I just can't call it the Shazam family. It's too weird for me. They'll always be the Marvel family to me, but there are tons of great characters as part of the pack. And let's go ahead and start off with number 10 for me, which is from the newest Young Justice DLC pack, Miss Martian. I love this version of Miss Martian. I think she looks cool, and I love that she flies and does all the things that you do that typically make a character likable for me. I don't necessarily love her transition to her true form because it's ugly, but that's also the point. So I think this is definitely the best character of the Young Justice pack. You could argue Artemis / Tigress as well, but I don't know. I really liked Miss Martian. I think she came out well, and every time I see her, all I can think of is "Hello, Megan." So at number 10, we have Miss Martian. At number 9. This is one of the characters I've wanted to be in the game for a long time. I really loved Ocean Master. I think this is one of the most comic book accurate portrayals I've ever seen in a movie. And this piece is just awesome. I love it. I really and truly think it's a great minifig. I wish he did the advanced glide, but I can settle for what we've got. Throws the stuff in. He does the advanced swimming, which is kind of useless because you can't go underwater, but I digress. I really and truly appreciated this. It's funny because I really like Jason Momoa's version of Aquaman, but I felt like his minifig was actually better in the LEGO Movie 2. I love his idle animations as well. It's very... Aquaman is honestly DC's best movie for me. I think they really knocked it out of the park. It really changed the way I think that you do an origin story as well. So, number 9, we have Ocean Master. At number 8, I think this character actually could have been better, but I really love John Constantine. He is a very basic character in a lot of ways. He's got his trench coat and his shirt and his tie, and for a lot of people that's probably going to be a little boring, if we're being honest. But he's a Hellraiser, man. John Constantine is one of my favorite DC Comics characters, by far. And I really and truly feel like they did a good job with him here. His idle animation, he starts, the hand on fire. His powers are cool. Skull and crossbones. Shoots the fire. Then he's got this little bubble he can put around him. Protect. a very Doctor Strange. It's like Doctor Strange is already very sarcastic, but John Constantine is like night and day different. Plus, so he's like what you get when you mix the personality of like Wolverine with the personality of Doctor Strange. Like that is basically how I look at John Constantine. Just arrogant, very confident, very drunk. So I really like him. So this was also kind of like a dream character for me. And the only reason he's not higher on the list is because he doesn't do some of the cool things some of the other characters do. So anyway, at number 8 we have John Constantine. Nothing kind of tells that story better than number 7, also from the Justice League Dark DLC, Deadman. That DLC nailed a couple of characters that I just have been dreaming about having in the LEGO games. Whenever I do my top 10 list, I'm pretty sure John Constantine, Ocean Master, Deadman were all characters that were on my characters I wanted in the game that had never been here before. And Boston Brand, they did such a great job with him. I mean, he's a very easy character to do as far as design is concerned. He's not like anything fancy, but like he's such a cool character. Like I love Brightest Day and Darkest Night and Brightest Day are two of my favorite storylines, and he was a big part of Brightest Day. The BAM thing makes a lot of sense for him. And I love the fact that he kind of has like a ghoulish spin move. Obviously, he does mind control, but like, this is a great character. If you don't know enough about Deadman, I really think this is a good opportunity to check him out. But it's funny because like, he just looks cooler than John Constantine, which is why I have him ahead of John Constantine. I really wish the Justice League Dark Pack was a level pack, because I would have loved to have seen what they could have done with that. But anyway, at number 7, we have Deadman. At number 6, from the LEGO Movie 2, this is my favorite character in LEGO Movie 2, Green Lantern from Apocalypse Bird, and played by Jonah Hill, voiced by Jonah Hill. I mean, I'm a Hal Jordan guy. I love Hal Jordan. He's my favorite Green Lantern. And this version, I know it really doesn't represent anything in DC Comics, and it's very much for the movie, but I just love it. I just think he's such a cool character. And the fact that they included him for free as DLC to kind of cross-promote with the LEGO Movie 2 was awesome. I think this is a great thing that they do. I always loved it when they did the thank you packs at the end where they added, like 3 or 4 characters. I don't know why they didn't do it for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. That was a little bit of a surprise, but they did this, and it was great, and I think it was very well done. And I think it's the type of thing that keeps people happy. So at number 6, we have the Green Lantern from the LEGO Movie 2. At number 5, from the TV Heroes pack, is Black Lightning. The TV Heroes pack is very unique. The only way that you could get it was to pre-order it from Walmart initially. That's how you got the early access, and then it was available for everybody eventually. And I think that's why I really fell in love with this character, because he's very different. I love that he plays basketball with the lightning bolts, and I just love the animations around him. So because not many people got the game from Walmart, I used TV hero characters in my videos as much as I could, because it kept people looking. It was like, oh, how did you get him? Until he was finally available for everybody. So Black Lightning is in the current season 3 of Young Justice as well. So I think a lot of people are really getting familiar with him with the TV show and the Young Justice. And I think he's a character that really should break out. I know that they're doing the TV show, but if they ever brought him into the movie, this is the character I think DC should use Idris Elba for. Although he might be a little Idris Elba. I always feel like people want him to be every character that isn't already black. When this is the perfect character for him, although he does have the English accent, so I don't know. And they're already doing them on TV. I don't watch the show. I haven't had a chance to really get into it. I'm behind on all of TV shows, to be honest with you. So I'd love to get to it eventually. I hope it's doing well. But at number 5, with Black Lightning. At number 4, we have Joker from the Batman animated series DLC. And Joker, I just love this version. This is the best version of Joker in any Lego game that they've done so far. You've got everything that makes a great Joker. You've got Mark Hamill. You've got some great idle animations. And then you throw in a jetpack. When he takes off the jetpack, I love that he just flips off his helmet and just drops it. I don't know. There's something about that I love. Is his costume my favorite costume out of all of his costumes? Maybe not. But, you know, he does all the Joker things that you expect and love. And honestly, with my top 10 from the core game, Joker was on that list. So it's really interesting that they were able to make him that much better, you know? I mean, Joker is the ultimate bad guy in DC Comics, so it's really not that difficult to make him fun and interesting. So, at number 4, we have Joker. At number 3, from Aquaman, we have Mera. And I love Mera. I think they did a great job with her. And I love her idle animation where she starts dancing with the water Aquaman. See if, I don't know if she'll do it if she's under attack. There it is. I think that's funny. I really think it's cool. And Mera is also a character that was always on my list. I love her costume. And I think the best part is that she does the advanced mode, which is my favorite mechanic in the game. I think they really knocked it out of the park with Advanced Glide. Uh-oh, I messed up. But that's okay, because she does Advanced Swim as well. So, anyway, I think every time I talk about an Advanced Glide character, I will just sit and talk and talk and talk and talk about it. But I just love the way that Advanced Glide works. Advanced Swimming, though, makes it very difficult to climb up the ladder. Yeah, man, she does all the great things that I feel like Aquaman and Aqualad do. She's got weapons, all the different water weapons, which are great. She has the lantern construct stuff, which is great. So, and she shoots water, which is great. And then it's always a challenge to get it going. But once you get the advanced glide going, you can get all the way across the map, and I just love it. Like, I have so much fun doing this, starting really low, and then before you know it, you're at the tallest point in the game. You know, I always use the Daily Planet. You know, getting on top of the Daily Planet from all the way at the bottom of the map, to me, is just the coolest thing. So, there you have it. At number 3, we have and wow.
Party going down
at number 2, from the TV Hero pack, we have the Flash. To me, Grant Gustin is phenomenal as the Flash. I love the Flash TV show. A little behind on it. Like I said, I haven't been following the TV stuff this season. But this is my favorite Flash in the game. He is just, to me, I don't even consider Ezra Miller as the Flash. I don't think Ezra Miller was that bad, but like, this is always going to be my Flash, you know? There are going to be people that are like, oh, well, you know, my Batman is Michael Keaton, or my Batman is, you know, George Clooney. Nobody says that. But it's going to be like that for the Flash, you know? For me, it's Grant Gustin. I love this version of the costume. And you know, that's pretty much that simple. Everybody loves speedsters, and you know what he brings to the table. And I just love the fact that we got this, and he was my speedster for like the whole game, because like I said, I got it at Walmart. That pack was definitely money well spent for me. So at number 2 we have the Flash Grant Gustin's version, and that means that number 1 should not be a surprise. It is Stephen Amell's version of Arrow from the TV Heroes pack. I love me some Arrow. I'm very sad to see it go. And, you know, this is personal. Is he the best character? No, he's just an archer, you know? But he's my archer. And is, you know, Arrow the best version of Green Arrow? No. But it's still my Green Arrow. You know, like, honestly, Justin Hartley's Green Arrow is way more Green Arrow than Stephen Amell. But there's something about Arrow that really hit me, and I think it's just so special to me because I started watching it at like a down time in my life, and it was one of the things that really got me through it, just binge watching the show nonstop. It was during the first season. I kind of came in late. Or no, I'm sorry, it was during the second season. And I watched the whole first season on Netflix, and then caught up on the second season and started watching it live. And, you know, Stephen Amell's a great dude. I haven't met him personally, but just following him on social media and just, like, watching the things that he does and he loves, it's a lot of fun. And hopefully I'll get to meet him in Boston this August at Boston Comic-Con. And as far as I'm concerned, he's the best DLC character in the season pass of LEGO DC Supervillains. Who are your favorites? This is a great pass, man. They gave us a lot of really cool stuff. There was definitely some stuff I would have loved to have seen. Dark Knight Metal would have been awesome. There's some other cool stuff, but you know, they went with what they went with, and it works. And one thing that I've found with a lot of the DLC or the character choices that TT Games ends up making is there's a method to the madness, and it all makes sense eventually. And we're seeing that now with some of the characters that people had question marks on in Marvel Superheroes 2 as they start to become more prominent in the comics. So keep that in mind. We could see any of these characters on this list start to be featured more very soon in the world of DC Comics. And there we go. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Who are your favorite characters from the Season Pass? We'll see you.